on Paramount Plus. A punt by the Raiders, 1st and 10 from the 12. Messy pocket, Herbert deep, got him! Johnston downfield. And wrapped up on the play by Polamalu. J.K. Dobbins the back, 2nd down 8. The big call, nice block inside Salyer. Stiff arms his way into the secondary, into Jones. Conkey on the move, 3rd and 4 for Herbert. Off the block at the left, tackle up the middle, they come, they got him! Sacked right there, and who else? Adam Butler has had one of the best years in the NFL this season, and he will miss it. Wide left. Here at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, 1st and 10, and they go outside, and the throw by O'Connell, and it was juggled, they think, by Myers, but they give him the catch at the 50-yard line. He's never had a 1,000-yard receiving season. 1st and 10, O'Connell. And he's got him again. Still makes the stop on Jakobi Meyers. And he's down to the 28-yard line. With Abdullah out today for the Raiders, 3rd down and 4. And they rush 5. And he's going to the end zone, and it's incomplete for Powers. Now here's a 40-yard field goal by Daniel Carlson to take a lead. And the first score of the game, a beauty. 40-yarder, Carlson.
20 starts in 5 seasons. Today's his 21st start.
McConkey on 2nd down and 7. There he goes into the secondary and brought down on the play.
What a difference he makes when he's in the lineup, as you saw by those stats.
2nd down and 12. They go to McConkey. Oh, he's slippery. And finally, Spillane is the one to get him at the 15, gain of 7.
That did not feel very good, and it scares him a little bit as well.
Haskins the back, 3rd and 5 out of the reach of Dissly. Coverage by Merrick. 33-yard field goal. Dicker has never missed a field goal from 43 yards and in. And he stays true and ties the game on that 33-yard field goal. Alexander Madison, the former Viking, is the back, and a 1st and 10. And the call. With the block in there by Parham. And outside he goes. Turn the corner. Then finally banged by Alohi Gilman, who is back after injury. Madison the back. First play, 2nd quarter. Flag thrown. 3 down. And they go down. Here's Myers again. Brought down by Fulton. They bring 4. O'Connell's got him. Touchdown. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown pass by quarterback Aiden O'Connell.
Watch the double move. You go up a little, stutter and go, gets the corner to bite. The safety's going towards the middle of the field where Bowers is. So that leaves isolated one-on-one. Myers able to bring it in for the touchdown.
Dobbins back in. Good sign for the Chargers. 1st and 10. Matlock in motion. Blocked by Pipkins. Completion to Johnston. Drilled by Spillane. He took it hard, but he got the first. He plays offense and defense. Herbert again this time. He plunges for the first. They get the first down near the 37-yard line of the Raiders. So Nix is 11 of 17 so far. Here's a 1st and 10 handoff with Chasen making the stop on J.K. Dobbins. McConkey had a couple touchdown receptions last week in New England. 2nd and 10. Rifling it is Herbert. Caught by Johnston. Grabbed over there by Jack Jones near the 10.
Well, that's already the second one back-to-back.
3rd and goal from the 23. They dump it off, and they'll go to J.K. Dobbins. And out there was Zion Johnson trying to lead the way. Spillane makes the stop for his 4 of 4 performance last week in Foxborough. For the lead, and it's true, or not for the lead, but to cut into the lead of the Raiders. So it is a 10-6.
Can't say enough about him.
Go right down the list. Check every box. 3rd down and 7. Here they come. And the pass. Bowers. J.K. Dobbins is the back. 1st and 10. With a block and a throw. And Johnston again. And grabbed right there by Richardson as he tries to curl away. Harper was in there. With time, Dissly, he's got the first down, and they write him down. Hit on the play by Richardson.
Gives the appearance that it's going to be man coverage because of the way the rotation of the nickel works. But as the ball is snapped, they rotate to a 2 deep.
1st and 10 here, and down the middle, and they got McConkey. Polamalu makes the stop inside the 35 of the Raiders. Herbert 4 of 5 through the air. 1st and 10, outside, Johnston again. And sticking with him was Richardson. And down near the 27-yard line of the Raiders. What a first year by Jim Harbaugh. 3rd down and 8. Pipkins will block at the right tackle. He slings a pass. Looking for McConkey. Incomplete. The coverage by Jones. No yellow on the field. It'll be 4th and 8. 49-yard try. With no wind, of course, inside. And this to come to within 1. And he got it. 2nd down and 5. Colton Miller, the left tackle block. And it was picked off on the play. Henley got it. Dan Henley got the ball. Pick for him. 2nd down, 5. Herbert and deep and caught at the 10. Johnston got away on the play from Polamalu.
No timeouts.
Yep, no timeouts. Clock is ticking. With the ball at the 6. Herbert looking for the lead. Got it. Touchdown. Caught. Shark.
He's going to be lined up to the outside. Let's see if he secures it to the ground.
Yep.
Doesn't appear to make any contact with the ground, Kevin. He holds it up against his arm and that shoulder.
Justin Herbert throws his 22nd touchdown pass of the season. Touchdown pass. Herbert chased by Wilson. Looking for 2. Got it! McConkey! 17-10. Chargers on top by a touchdown.
So you're just trying to buy time and let somebody get into your field of vision, and McConkey did that for him as they able to get that conversion.
Raiders will go to a knee, run out the clock. Herbert to the air. And to the side. Ladd McConkey gets away from Harper. Takes it past the 40. Down into Raiders territory.
Bo Nix having a day for Denver today. So a lot of rookies making an impact this season.
2nd down 11. Disley the tight end. Diablo makes the stop. Gain down to the 26-yard line. Mellon a gain of 15. It's a 1st and 10 for Herbert. And a run for Dobbins, who cuts the corner. Got a block from Matlock. Still on his feet as he digs on the far side. In what has been kind of a revamped offensive line, 1st and 10. It's Johnston, and he gets inside the 10.
As the Raiders try and come up with a big stop here on 3rd and goal.
Dobbins, 3rd and goal. Hit, spins. Zach Carter and others making the stop. Then the reigning AFC Special Team Player of the Week. Perfect. 20-10. Sorrell, you saw him. He's taken over the right tackle. 1st and 10. Aiden O'Connell with heavy pressure. Mack chasing. And O'Connell on the move. And he'll be close to a 1st down. Probably about a yard shy, getting to the 39. Players in the league. One a tight end, one a receiver. Both making their marks on these two teams. 3rd down and 8 for Aiden O'Connell. And it's caught by Bowers again into the secondary. 1st down to the 32. Brought down by Still.
You have to have, from a cap standpoint, you have to have young players play at a high level.
3rd and 10 across the middle. Still again caught by Myers. Got to the 29. Carlson trying one from 47. Got it. And it is a 7-point game with 2:15 to go. It's 3rd down and 5. Haskins the back. McConkey on the move. Herbert to the air. And he's got Johnston. Big time catch and throw, and brought down on the play by Richardson. 2nd down and 4. Haskins the back. Herbert to the air. Alt the block at the left tackle. And he's on the run. He's got the 1st down. Galloping. Chased. Here comes Snowden. There goes Herbert. Down to the 3. What a run.
The Raiders sitting at 159 yards of total offense. Really haven't had the ball much.
Good block by Dobbins. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Disley. Second touchdown pass today for Justin Herbert.
Well, the Raiders committing to attacking that play action, and Disley just sneaks behind everyone. Is all alone in the back of the end zone.
As a 7th seed in Philadelphia. 1st and 10. Aiden O'Connell. Downfield, and he's got Jakobi Meyers. And with that, he will go over 1,000 yards for the first time. The new quarterback is Desmond Ridder. Former Falcon and Cardinal on 1st and 10. Underneath he goes with the stiff arm Michael Mayer into the secondary and brought down on the play by veteran Tony Jefferson. 4th down tries, but this is asking a lot. In the red zone, 4th and 10. Here comes Bosa. There goes O'Connell, and it was intercepted but out of bounds. We think there was Bowers back there. He's a yard away from making it 2. 2nd down and 8. Haskins the back, Alt the block. Herbert to the air and caught! Johnston, what a grab! Right in front of Richardson. Sensational catch.
A lot of things going the way for the Chargers right now.
Johnston 178 and now more through the air. Richardson there to knock him out of bounds to the 32 of the Raiders.
Chargers trying to keep this number 5 spot to take on Houston next week.
Haskins 2nd and 7. Gets a block outside by Fitzpatrick and gets the first down, rumbling to the 15-yard line. Spillane and others were there to make the stop. The move. Big day for the quarterback, Herbert. Here comes Haskins. A lead block by Matlock. And he's in for the touchdown. Got it. As he gouges his way for the touchdown run on Las Vegas.
Watch the kick out by Matlock, 44 right in front. And then Haskins is able to get to the inside of Spillane and extend the ball across the goal line. In the season, you're doing a lot of multi-tight end sets and trying to run the football and establish and play good defense and protect the football as O'Connell gets a big completion over the middle of the field.
That's Brock Bowers with another catch. Consecutive road opponents to 20 points or less, it would appear, unless O'Connell can do something on this drive. And outside, and did Still get it? They're fighting, they're tussling for it over there. It's Tucker and Still. 1st and 10, O'Connell. And caught here by Jakobi Meyers, over 1,000 yards receiving for the season. They did it twice in 61 and 63. 3rd down 5, O'Connell. Outside, it's grabbed by Bowers. He'll take it in for the touchdown. Get on the board late.
I think Still was trying to go up and get the pick and take it away on the outside, and he's now a part of the ownership group. How much impact will he have with Mark Davis and the direction this organization continues to move forward with?
3rd straight win. They've won 4 of their last 6. After starting 7-3, the Chargers finish 11-6.